Okay, guys, let's discuss parametrizations for a circle. Okay, how do I know it's a circle? When I look at the equations, 1 plus cosine t, and then y equals -2 plus sine t. What you should do is look at the coefficient in front of cosine and sine. So here I can just insert coefficient of 1, right? And I can see that both of them are the same. And what that means is this is going to be a circle, not an ellipse. If this was like something like 1 and 2, then that would be an ellipse. But we're dealing with the circle. The circle, though, is not centered at the origin because of these numbers, right? We have these 1 and -2. So that's actually the center of your circle. So general equations of a circle centered at hk with a radius of let's say a would be something like this. So x equals h plus a cosine t, and then y would be k plus a sine t. So center of this circle is going to be at hk, and the radius is going to be equal to a. Okay, so how do we graph a circle? Well, we just need the center of the circle, and we just talked about this, that the center in my example going to be 1, -2. And also we want one point, just a point on the circle in order to graph. Okay, so what is it going to be? Well, let's just plug in something simple, like, for example, if I plug in t equals 0, what do I get? So if I plug in t equals 0, my x is going to become, well, cosine of 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so x is going to be 2, and then y, sine of 0 is 0, so y is just going to be -2. So I just need a point and the center. Okay, so let's select the circle. Let's first center it at 1, -2, so 1 to the right, 2 down, so place the center, and then just make sure that the circle goes through 2, -2. Okay, so that's it. And we can also see that the radius of the circle is 1, which further confirms it. Now, how do I know what is the orientation? So we need to like draw a arrow to indicate which way is this particle moving as t changes from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so in order to figure that out, so let me just make sure that this is separate. You just need to evaluate maybe one more point and see where it goes. Because let's say it starts at 2, -2 when t equals 0, but where does it go? Does it go up or does it go down? Okay, so let's take another value of t. So let's say pi over 2, and we plug that into the equations. So cosine pi over 2 is a 0, so the x is just going to be 1. And then sine pi over 2 is 1, so that means it's going to be -1. So the next point where this particle is going to move is to 1, -1. Well, where is that? So 1, -1 would be right here, right? So this would be a counterclockwise rotation. So let's choose that.